News Alert.
Only on 19 News, new DNA testing underway in the Amy Mihaljevic murder case. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tiffany Tucker. So hair, possibly from her killer, is being analyzed at a lab in California.
That's right. I'm Brian Duffy. Good evening, everyone. After more than 3 decades, new technology is leading to new potential in solving the 10-year-old's murder. 19 News anchor Nicole Versansky has the story that you'll see only on 19.
Every time we send something to a lab, we're like, we hope, we hope, we hope.
They're trying to get to their Aunt Phil's house.
New hope for catching Amy Mihaljevic's killer. Bay Village Detective Sergeant Jay Ellish tells me hairs, possibly from the murderer, have been found on Amy's clothing. Because of major advancements in forensics and testing, scientists are reanalyzing some evidence, uncovering these new clues, oftentimes so small they had never been detected before. These new hairs, Ellish says, are not Amy's or any of her family members.
We feel that these are sort of important, and we're going to get those tested right now.
Right now, Estrella Forensics in San Jose, California, is examining those hairs.
The lab tests in 2 phases. The first phase is, can we get a profile? And if the answer is yes, we go to phase 2, where we get a profile.
A DNA profile that could be Amy's killer. It's been nearly 36 years since the 10-year-old was kidnapped from a shopping plaza in Bay Village. Her body found 4 months later, stabbed and dumped in a field 50 miles away.
Do you have suspects over the years that you have DNA from that you could potentially try to match with a profile?
Yeah, so we've obtained DNA swabs from around 250 different people with this case. And we've been comparing those profiles to any DNA profile that we're able to get. The hope is that one of these swabs, one of these DNA profiles off the swabs, I should say, will hit. But we haven't had that yet.
Just last year, 19 News was first to tell you about another big break in the case. Powerful new technology uncovering nuclear DNA from a man on the back of Amy's sweatpants. We traveled to DNA Labs International in Florida to see the very machine scientists there used to make that huge discovery.
Our feeling is that that male profile has to be the person that was responsible for this. I thought, wow, this is huge, but then we find out how small of an amount it is.
Fractions of a nanogram. Too small now to identify whose DNA it is. But the hope is, with all these advancements in science, that will soon change.
At this point, we just need to wait for something that can be strong enough for us to be able to make an arrest.
But while the waiting game continues on DNA testing, investigators are still actively looking into suspects.
When was the last time you brought someone in for questioning in this case?
Within the past year, we get, like we've put out there before, we've gotten around roughly 300 tips a year for this case, whether they be phone calls or emails.
Ellish says they follow up on every one of those leads.
After 35 years, the fact that we still get that many calls and emails is unbelievable. It's just unbelievable.
More than 3 decades later, the search for answers is not letting up, and time will soon tell if investigators are close to finally getting justice for Amy. Nicole.
Detective Sergeant Ellish told Nicole they are expecting to hear from the California lab this fall, so very soon, if a DNA profile is possible. Of course, we will update you.
And we have an entire podcast dedicated to this case in our Dark Side of the Land series. Who Killed Amy Mihaljevic? Download it from where you get your podcasts.